That's right. It's Thursday night, and we're gonna welcome back to the Adams Arms, a hostelry, an Arsenal establishment for sure, but all are welcome here. And thanks for joining me, Rosie. Great to see you. Always great to see you. And of course, smash a like on the way in and stuff. And Jose's here. Yes. I can't tell you how glad this notification going off made me. I just wanted to start off tonight's show by saying thanks everyone who was part of Tuesday night. I really enjoyed it. It was brilliant to have Luca and Ryan on. I felt we got lots of good talking done. Felt like frank and honest exchange of different opinions and ideas is good. And it was a lot of fun to do tonight. If anybody wants to join me, I will post a link. Isn't that much to talk about? Of course, we can talk about. Listen, you know how it's going to go, guys. You've been here, you know the drill. We're going to start off talking about football, and before you know it, we'll be talking about food and music and all the other things that make life so wonderfully livable. I hope you're doing well. It's freezing cold. It is absolutely taters in here. I work from this room. I'm in here all day. So this might not be a show that's quite as long as normal, but it's always brilliant to see you. And what is there to talk about in the world of football? I am halfway through Alexander Zinchenko's autobiography. By the way, appreciate the music. I know Tuesday was a lot more rambunctious, a lot more going on than usual, and lots of comments didn't get through. Hopefully tonight we can take a slower pace to it, and I'll get through more of the comments. Rosie, the plan I think is to put my £5 weekly silly bet on Nottingham Forest beating Arsenal 3-1. But surely none of us really think that's going to happen. But what is going to happen? Are we quietly confident? Certainly at the start of the season, if you'd said to me, what do I reckon going into a home game against Nottingham Forest, I would have assumed it's a 3-point banker. But of course, if they do beat us, they will go ahead of us. They're currently in 5th place. Hate to say it, we've only conceded 2 goals fewer than us. We've only scored 3 goals fewer than us. They're not far off. A lot of people are making this case. Luca made this case very eloquently on Tuesday. You know, we're kind of level with these teams, but there's only 11 games played. There's no need for us to panic just yet. So who do you think is going to make the starting 11? We've got Jose's come out with take a 1-0 to us. Always take a 1-0. Always take a 1-0. It is the Arsenal scoreline. We own that scoreline. So when people are talking about who's the bigger club, we have history. We have that in abundance. I think the problem at the moment is that there are so many people ready to lose their temper. If we draw that game, and it is possible we draw, I mean, who knows? It could be a sending off. Moss Sports World, yes! Yup, beat Forest, no X. No draw. That's what you meant. No would. No would. Just when I've understood one comment, you baffle me with another one. No would. No wood. Oh, Wood's not playing. Right, that's my fault. I don't think Wood scores against us. Odegaard, let's go. Come on, you Gunners. Probably should have seen a little bit more of Ethan Nwaneri, given that Odegaard was out. What about this international break? England, I think, have now qualified out of B tier, the Nations League. Really don't know what's going on with that. Yep, that's what you're saying. No wood for Forest. I don't think. Listen, you have to. We have to beat them. Whoever's playing for them. No. Who do we line up with? Ben White, obviously, that's a bitter blow. What about the news that Kieran Tierney's back to full fitness? And I read a report earlier. There's so little news at the moment. When you go on and you look at the aggregates aggregated news. Things like Arsenal prepared to let fantastic player go, and then of course you click on it, it's Kieran Tierney. Is anyone surprised to hear that we're happy to sell Kieran Tierney? Obviously, doesn't look like anyone's out there to buy him. International break: USA versus Panama and Mexico versus Kings of CONCACAF in March. I haven't really been watching any of that. I know Brazil drew. Yeah, I think. Oh, Chalkers is here. My goodness, Chalkers, how have you been? How very good to see you. Timber at right back. I think that's going to happen definitely. Would say Calafiori at left back, Timber at right back. Do we like Calafiori yet? Is it just me, or listen? I've got the chant already, Calafiori. But I'm a bit worried that we've all decided he's great. Zinchenko is very much out of favour. There is something to talk about there, by the way. Like I said, I'm halfway through his autobiography. Much as I actually really like Zinchenko, not as an author, I've got to tell you, it's not gripping at the moment. I'm kind of racing through it to get to the bits where he reveals some of the inside tactics that Mikel Arteta employs. Thomas Partey or Rice at 6? That's a tough one. I want to put a pin in that. I'm definitely coming back to talk about that. We do have to put an SOS out for Santi Barbarian. He hasn't even been in the comments. Do you think he's locked in his teepee? What's going on? Saka, Martinelli, good to go. Listen. On the subject of Mikel Arteta's dark practices, I haven't got to this part of the autobiography yet, but the bit I'm really looking forward to is Alexander Zinchenko revealing the kind of apparently Mikel Arteta has had players who are unfit get on team buses. There is this element of Mikel Arteta where I think we all know this. He's tight-lipped around injuries. He doesn't really tell us what's going on. We have to guess and intuit what's going on. I hope he's well too, Jose. I really do. But I'm not jumping to any conclusions. But we have a light midfield with a little creativity. That's our problem, not the defence. Totally agree. Odegaard sort of fixes that a little bit. I think Trossard needs dropping. Hopefully Martinelli, he came on, didn't he? I think we have enough about us to beat Nottingham Forest. They're not at full strength either. I'm glad you said that, BX Gunner 81. I do. The mind games, yes, they do. But what we don't want, is a manager giving advantages to his opponents by revealing tactically useful information, obviously. But the first thing I want to say is, look, Alexander Zinchenko is so far down the pecking order right now that I actually think Marco Skelly might start ahead of him. And I can't think of anyone else. Arsenal players don't typically write autobiographies while they're still playing. I'm really struggling to remember one. Perhaps if Santi Barbarian was here, he'd be able to tell me, wouldn't he? Odegaard, most creative in football. Yeah, I think he's brilliant. It is frustrating that he's our only quote-unquote creative midfielder. We've gone over the last year, 2 years almost. We've kind of gone for the Titans. Arteta definitely got tight as if you're a strapping young lad in the midfield. I totally agree, Chalkers. I totally agree, and I think we are of a mind here that ever since that Villa goal, ever since Trossard refused to celebrate, which is in itself a really irritating thing to do. If you score for the Arsenal, bloody well celebrate. You know, how many of us ever get to score for the Arsenal? But he hasn't been in that cop. He really hasn't. He hasn't fitted in to the absolute left. But you know what? Sorry, doing this, Rosie. If you're still there, I'm on it. Don't worry. I can actually feel you hating this music. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. I will will turn it down a little bit before I turn it right off. But it's starting to get on my tits a little bit. So Zinni played in midfield for Ukraine and oh, did he? He's just written a book in which he reveals some of Mikel Arteta's tactics. He doesn't look like he's going to be playing. And I don't think his career as a writer is going anywhere from what I've read so far. The music is Sleaze City. It is. Welcome to Sleaze City Radio. Do you want to see Tierney play some games? Because, I mean, he's not going to. You know that, right? He's just not what Arteta wants. First of all, he's not over 6 foot. I really liked Tierney, but I would say that if you're a player and you don't fit the system and the manager has gone a different way, whether it's an inverted left back or not, Tierney's time has come. And also, look, he didn't have a great season on loan at Sociedad either. So it always makes me laugh when people say he's the best left back in the world. Why aren't teams knocking down our door to get him then? Long raincoats. Zinchenko needs to play at a club and for a manager that plays him in his preferred position. I get, listen, the question around where he plays. I know he plays different positions for Ukraine. I know he started his time as a midfielder, but he joined Man City as a left back. He played Uha. I mean, that's a Russian club I don't think I'd heard of. So he has been a left back. It's not like, some Arteta-inspired bit of genius to put him a left back. I know he's an inverted defensive player, but I don't think he's going to get a lot of game time anywhere as a midfielder. One thing that's really interesting that has come up in the book so far, which I thought was brilliant, was that I don't think that Zinchenko gets as much credit as he deserves for winning headers. And he talks about it. Apparently, one of the trainings they used to do was jumping to head the leaves of a tree. And he even refers to it. This is why he's slightly better as a header than you'd expect from a man of his stature. How is everyone? It's a very good question. Rosie, what were you thinking on the music, by the way? I can't tell if Chalkers likes it or dislikes it from the description of it as Sleaze City and long raincoats. Is Arteta too uptight this season? I don't think so. I think he's been quite chilled. I think he's handled himself quite well. It must be deeply frustrating to be this criticised with 11 games to go. We have had a couple of bad performances. What do you make of? See, it's not long before we all start talking food. We had fajitas tonight, which I was blessed to enjoy a lovely family dinner. What are you making, Jose? What's dinner for you today? I don't think Arteta has been too uptight this season. I think it's just football's quite uptight now, isn't it? It's what we talked about on Tuesday. It was great to have Luca come on because, like I said, I watched him do his video where he was really angry, and it was, sometimes you feel when you see people losing their temper like that on their channels, you kind of get the feeling they're like that. And obviously, it was great to see the real side of him. Big ups indeed. We still haven't come up with an alternative phrase for big ups. Chalkers, we might need your creativity on this one. What's a better phrase than big ups? Goat's cheese. I don't think that was in response to what I just said. I've missed it. Can you play it again, please? It's on now. It's on. Rosie, I'm playing it right now. Just turning everything off to go to bed. Well, pork chops, corn on the cob. We had corn on the cob and some pasta. Delicious. Social joins. What up, gang? Do we have a gang sign? Way. NFL and NHL tonight. Snow here. Yeah, we've got snow. Do you know what? We have snow here as well. Had a hot tub and now walk El Mario and make supper too. What are you having for supper? Everyone's saying hi. I'll put them up. I don't know if it's necessarily helping anyone, but Chalkers, you well? How are you, Rosie? Hope all good. Hey, Rosie. It's a bit like, I feel like I'm eavesdropping. It's kind of commentary in there. Yes, social. Very well put indeed. I haven't really acclimatized to it yet, though, to be honest with you. I still can't get my head around the fact that Saturday lunchtime we'll be here. I'll be here. Please join me. It's very lonely on a Saturday lunchtime. It's probably, as a publican of a virtual pub, the Adams Arms, Saturday lunchtime is a sort of shift where you think, Jose, you're usually around for it. Hope you can join me at least. Rosie, I know you've dropped in for a few, but it's the least well attended of the 3 weekly sessions. Big up Sleazy Music. Social joins. Are you well, bud? Firm favourite in this house. It's just good, isn't it? It's just, the only thing is though, there was a bit of an argument over who got the last one. I win. Big ups, maybe top of the world. Top of the world. All plus as an alternative. We'll try that one out, see how it goes. Social joins as well. I'm off on Saturday for the first time in a long while, so I'll be having a pint watching a game. Get in. I'm developing a bit of... Oh, right. Do you know what? You can't hear anything because I turned it down. And I turned it down for you because I got this feeling that you were going to hate it. But, have some of that. Somebody stop me. Oh, burrito. Always good. Always good. You can hear it. Forest and Arsenal. Yeah, it's the 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Eastern for Saturday. Forest. I hate the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Really do. Better than 12:30, I guess. Arsenal goal rush. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great if we went on another one? In fact, actually, it's not a bad prediction. Could easily be an Arsenal 4-0, 5-0. Chicken legs, chicken thighs, I would always go. Hey, we've had a like. Look at that. Durham Leopard, thank you, sir. Long-time supporter of the channel. You are very much appreciated. We'll call social services. It's all online. There's nothing anyone can do anymore. Softball. Is that still a thing? Do people still do that? That's a long ago thing. Hey. Not even going there with that. So I'm going to be here Saturday doing the Chelsea-Leicester game. Or is it Leicester-Chelsea? Do you know? I've actually forgotten. It's Leicester host Chelsea. 12:30 Saturday lunchtime. 7:30. What is 6:30? I have no idea. Yes. What was you say? Best part. Best stuff. So Leicester hopefully beat Chelsea, but it isn't worrying because there's only how many games gone and we obviously play later on. But the idea that Chelsea could win that and extend their lead over us, I mean, what if we do only get a draw? They could be points clear of us in third, which is not a place you want to be really. Whatever happens this weekend, whatever happens, we are not going to be top. We are 9 points behind Liverpool. Is there any chance? Do any of you think there's a chance that Southampton could pull off an astonishing? Actually, do you know what? I think Chalkers is threatening to call social services because of this music, and I'm gonna agree with him here. I think I'm probably. Let's try something. Should we try something different? How about this one? Oh, shit. There we go. It's the music. It is the music. You know what? It's free music. Like it's nice to get something that's worth what you pay for, isn't it? Table doesn't matter now. There are, between 11th and 3rd, there are 3 points. It is crazy. I mean, like, you're absolutely right, Social. There's no point talking about a league table with 11 games played. But people are. People are, right? Put me on the telly. I've always wanted to be on telly. Yay! Don't start saying Razor Ruddock's already been on television. I know I look like Razor Ruddock. I caught myself in the mirror earlier and almost gave myself a red card. It's free and worth every penny. There you go. We 100% agree. Not everything that's free is good. Very few things are free. We love on. Do you know what? I just wanted it to be a nice, serene mood, but it's actually music started to put my teeth on edge a little bit. So we're going to have a break there. You could always play your own music in the background. You don't need me to assault the senses with a scintillating smorgasbord of silly. You don't look like Razor. You look like no one else thinks so. I don't think most people know who Kane Tanaka is. Oldest woman. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Chalkers. Thank you. That was right on cue, by the way. You hit the money then. So if Liverpool lose to Southampton, bear with me. Didn't say I think they will. I said if. Everyone is wrong. Everyone is wrong. Such a good T-shirt idea. That is such a good T-shirt idea. Merch. That could be the Gooner channel. Everyone is wrong. Right, I'm actually going to write that down. You know what? I'm actually going to write that down. Google Kane Tanaka. If that's how you say it, I don't know. No, Rosie. Nobody thinks I look like Kane Tanaka. I'm putting the music back on if you're not careful. Everyone is wrong. Maybe that could be the title of this. Yeah, that could be the title of this live stream. Everyone is wrong. What if Southampton do beat Liverpool? Was it Kane like Kane? So is it Kane Tanaka? Well, Gooner channel T-shirts, please. Absolutely. Absolutely. Soon enough. Not in time for Christmas this year. Not going to happen. Why not? It is. It's definitely happening. Goodness knows we need the money. If there's to be free beers. Liverpool don't play till Sunday, though, do they? So we'll have to wait. It'll be a 2:00 kickoff on Sunday. What if we do beat Forest? Craig Fairbrowns. Isn't he the one? He's either the one from EastEnders, and I'll take that, or isn't that the name of the Right Said Fred mob? Aren't they Fairbrass? It's not going to happen. Is not true. Liverpool, I meant. Oh, not going to happen. Oh, right. I literally that's a bit cold, a bit cutting. I'm not going to do merch. We are going to do Haute Couture, and maybe you could feature it on your channel. Just saying. Gooner channel Christmas crackers. Absolutely. Absolutely. Brilliant idea. London Nomad. Lovely to see you. Not if we beat. No, not if. We will beat Forest. Well, yeah, we will. I thought we'd beat Bournemouth, if I'm totally honest. Could be worse. Could be Richard February. Is that who I was thinking? Is that the Right Said Fred bunch? It is, isn't it? So, all right. Okay. London Nomad. I'm going to make you right. We are going to beat. I really hope we beat Forest. I really hope we do. What are the odds on Forest winning the Premier League? Are they having a Leicester-style season? No, we're going to beat them. Do you know what? After the conversation we had on Tuesday, which I really, really enjoyed, but I watched the highlights of the 89 season and was reminded that we'd actually lost twice in the first 8 games in 89. We're miles ahead of where we were in those days. Google Craig Fabros, tell me he ain't your brother. Well, my brother's an incredibly attractive young man. I hate to say it. He definitely got all the looks. 80,000 capacity. Bring it on. More decking. Decking for days. I think it's great. Please, Rosie, please design them. Please, because it's not going to be me, is it? Like, I'm designing nothing. I do not have an eye for couture. This is not the devil wears Guna. Yeah, do you know what? The 89 was a roller coaster. I was saying this to Luca because he was like asking why there's fans out there saying it ain't over. It's because, you know, you lose to Derby right at the end. Of course, it was a bit of a roller coaster before then, but we got to second. We never dropped below second, to be fair. Got to rub it into Liverpool fans here at the Visit Rwanda Stadium. God, can you imagine how bad could it be if we're not? I mean, do you think anyone has visited Rwanda because we're wearing Visit Rwanda on our shirts? Is that what it takes? I mean, I don't know. I hate Forest more than Celtic. That cannot be true. Why on earth would you hate Forest? I know you've said it before, but I just don't get it. Forest, they're harmless, aren't they? Although I do know in that part of the world, other teams hate them as much as you apparently do. Roller coaster of emotions, 100% dead on. Really was a roller coaster of emotions, but it was home. We hadn't won at home in the first 3 games. They are saying 80,000. You can't hate Brian Clough. You can't. If you're ever in one of those moods, if you find yourself doom scrolling on YouTube and you end up with 1 or 2 of those Cloughy stories, the Dean Saunders story where he visited Dean Saunders, someone else's house, and Brian Clough was so drunk he was crawling along the floor towards him. Do you like me? Just love Brian Clough. Divisive, I think you'd have to say. He was a fairly divisive character. Absolute genius, though. Do we still want to talk about Pep Guardiola's extra season? I'm still no nearer to understanding the logic behind this. If you're signing on for just an extra year, so it's 2 more years at most. Does this mean they know something about the charges not going to stick, or that they are going to stick? Apparently, there is no release clause for relegation for Pep Guardiola. Yeah. I mean, listen, there is nothing you can do about the fact that we are in a really crappy area for 80,000 seat stadium. I mean, friends of mine who live streets away from the Emirates will not welcome an extra 20,000 or nearly 20,000 people. Holloway Station needs expanding. Arsenal Station, Holloway Station, it's just a nightmare. Traffic, difficult. I don't know anyone who's ever visited Rwanda and come back sinister, but I'd love to hear from somebody who's from Rwanda. Have you had an influx of Arsenal shirt wearing? I don't get it. Like, why would they pay us as much money as they must have paid us? I don't know the exact numbers. I realize I'm totally ignorant about this. Wish it wasn't called the Emirates Stadium. I wish all this money didn't have to be part of it. City were having trouble recruiting players. Yeah, listen, Moss Sports World, brilliant comment. Thank you for making this comment, because I said this a few times. If you are they haven't recruited anyone in the last couple of, well, not seriously. They went in for Declan Rice and then didn't go through with it. Guardiola was a big signing. I'll take that. Savinho hasn't been a big signing. He's from part of the City group already. But attracting players, I'm sure they've given him a lot of money. But the truth is, as you say here, shit hits the fan for them, then Pep can leave. Apparently not. Apparently his contract does not contain any clauses for that. I'm not saying he wouldn't. But they made a really good point on The Athletic. They were talking about how even when I know that CAS overruled the European ban. But when Man City got that European ban, there was no hint from Guardiola he was leaving. I think he wants to manage his departure and leave City in the best possible place. One more season so they can line up a replacement. I think this is the social. I think you're spot on. I think they really did expect Ruben Amorim to become the next manager in that kind of cheeky Bergerstein, Pep Guardiola way. But it's not turned out that way. If it's true that Pep Guardiola saw Amorim as his successor, then it is kind of strange that Amorim's chosen Man United. Why would anyone choose Man United over Man City? Yes, Arsenal are the only club with a tube station named after it, thanks to the mighty Herbert Chapman. It was formerly known as Gillespie Road. It is on Gillespie Road. Gillespie Road was renamed Arsenal because of the Arsenal. And nothing else. I mean, I don't think that I might be talking out my hat here, but I don't think there's another tube station quite as close. I mean, like literally, Gillespie Road is across the road from the old Highbury. I think a lot of this news of Pep Guardiola signing the extension has taken the conversation away from the fact they've lost 4 in a row. They take on Tottenham Hotspur at home. This is a great match, isn't it? Isn't it a fantastic match? I mean, Saturday, 5:30. Maybe that's what we do. Does anyone think we'd be better off, instead of doing a lunchtime opening of the Adams Arms, perhaps a 5:30 watch along? I've only just thought of that, which is because I don't plan ahead or think ahead. Yeah, Gundogan's been disappointing for them as well. But I've met people from Rwanda, super nice folk. I don't doubt that for a moment. I think it's a place you escape, not a visit. Yeah, probably. Rwanda Canadian General Romeo Dallaire had to watch the slaughter their madness. I mean, yeah, that's all. Obviously this isn't the place to talk about what I know about Rwanda and the crisis and the awful situation. Bringing my own mood down a little bit. Now, the Herbert Chapman Stadium. There should be more fuss made of Herbert Chapman, shouldn't there? There should be floodlights. He invented them. The WM formation, he invented that. Numbers on shirts, he invented that. I mean, I'm taking a bit of poetic license there. I know that although we were the first club to play with numbers on our shirts, Chelsea did so the exact same day. But a legend, an absolute legend, far, far ahead of his time, and certainly deserving more than a bust in the marble halls. Here we go. It's a good match. I like Ange and his bravery, but in the end, it's all Spursy. Yeah, I don't think I do like Ange. I find him really irritating. Not that anyone should be surprised that I find a Spurs manager irritating. I didn't like Mourinho or Conte, Espirito Santo, Pochettino. I did like Harry Redknapp. I liked. Christian Gross, I liked. I thought he was brilliant. In fact, I mean, I'm being disingenuous. I like all of them when they're crap, and they've all been crap. So, who was the other? Villas-Boas, I liked. They've had some terrible managers. So, what are we saying? Would anyone? I mean, you are all the patrons of the Adams Arms. Do I open up for the lunchtime crowd that is not always that busy? I know it's very early in the morning. But would we rather watch Manchester City take on Tottenham Hotspur? Because that's a win-win. Imagine if Man City lose 5 games in a row. Just after he signed a 1-year extension, are there going to be people calling for... I mean, surely not even the glory-hunting new addition to the... I mean, people who support Manchester City and have done for the last 5 or 6 years deserve, 5-0. They deserve to see their team lose for a bit. But I'm not taking anything away from the Man City fans who've been loyal for years and even when they were in League Two, etc., etc. But if Man City lose, are there going to be people saying it might be time for Pep to go? Too soon, isn't it? Yep. So did you see the... we have another like from Facebook. Get in. Manju Rajbanshi, thank you. Hero. Get in the comments, Facebookers. You're always timid. This is here for you too. I love Harry. It's funny how... do you think Jamie Redknapp's thick? I don't think he's thick. He's a lovely looking lad, though. He's definitely not his dad, is it? George Graham had to show that an Arsenal man can win a trophy, Spuds. Oh, yeah. Did kind of ruin it sort of ruined his legacy. It did and it didn't. I mean, he was so devastated. When he was Spurs manager, he still had an Arsenal crest in his drive because he's got a house up. Well, he had a house up in Hampstead. I don't know if he still has. He celebrated his birthday the other day, didn't he? He's 80, 80-something. Good for him. They don't lose at home. They even have 12 man with the ref, at best a draw. But again, it's always Spursy in the end. Listen, I don't think the Man City lose against Spurs. I think that Spurs are going to lose that. And, their form's been, Spursy, really Spursy. But how great, though. What a perfect match. If Spurs win, I'll be chuffed. If Man City win, I'll be happy enough. I really honestly don't know who to cheer loudest for, but I am. No one's weighed in on this yet. If I do a watch along, I think I'm leaning towards doing the evening watch along. I honestly never saw City beating this dominant after Pellegrini left. Well, Pep though, isn't it? It's a Pep. He is an amazing manager. Smash the like button and support Dan. Smash the like button and support all of us. Brings new people. It's always great to see new people. He's so dim, it's painful. Now, I know you're not talking about me. You're talking about Redknapp, aren't you? I don't know if he is. I tell you who, surprisingly, I never liked him as a player, obviously. But wait, just a moment. Dun, 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 dun. We've got what a crowd we have in tonight. What a crowd. What privilege to be the publican of this fine establishment. Zanzi Barbarian, you've been missed. Chalkers is here. Zanzi Barbarian here. Social, Moss, Rosie, Jose. I love it. We're missing a couple of the regulars, but there's so many. Good to see so many faces here. Wonderful. Illegal sponsor money always helps too. Money helps, doesn't it? You vote for a tea time Spursy chat. Me too, I think. Don't get me wrong. Leicester Chelsea could be a victory for Leicester, but 12:30. Nah, let's put a pin in. Listen, I like to keep regular hours. You know I do. We do the Tuesday nights 10:30, Thursday nights 10:30. Might take a week off for an international break, but I'm here. I'm here because I love it. I'm here because I love spending time with you guys. But the lunchtime's always a bit sparse in the arse. And we've got Man City versus Tottenham. So many reasons to watch that. So I'm going to say, unless there is a seismic trend towards the lunchtime kickoff, which there isn't going to be now, is there? We're doing the 5:30 watch along. Will be a good watch. Oh, where have you been, Zanzi Barbarian? Getting the love now. Good rocking tonight. Well, that made me want to play some of that really bad music again. Not going to comment on that. So much we could say, isn't there? He is missed when you're all missed when you're not here. All good here. Thanks, everyone. I thought you were locked in your TP. There's ladies present. Put some trousers on. Yes. Okay, Chalkers, you're on. I'll put the sleazy music goes on Saturday tea time. I may have my tea in front of the watch along. I've got a feeling it's going to be pie and chips. I would love to see Spurs beat Man City. Would I? Actually, no, I would. I don't think I would, you know. It's that old cliche, isn't it? It's you want both of them to lose. You're so right. Do you know what it was? Listen, when am I ever late? I know I was a minute late, and you're being really harsh. The reason I was late was because just before when I clicked go live, it said that on StreamYard my library, my data was full, and I had to go and delete some old streams. So that the idea being that this show will be less than 2 hours long. I'm doing interviews tomorrow, so I've got to be up early. 70s calypso porn music rocks. It does. Yeah, so I was like 20 seconds late. Does that stall near Highbury sell a Tony Adams pie? Probably. Is Pinebury Corner still open? Did I read that it closed? Did Pinebury Corner, because it's been tough times. Lots of us have. Maybe I just made that up though. Now looking at it, it looks like I made it up. Yep, I made it up. It's still there out on the Holloway Road. Delicious. Pies for every occasion. So we're doing the Saturday lunchtime. Sorry, we're not doing the Saturday lunchtime. We're doing Saturday evening. It's going to be Manchester City taking on... And anyone else see AFTV Robbie saying that the only thing higher than Spurs' high line was David Coots? Do we have any opinions on the video? A referee weighing in on Jurgen Klopp. I don't know how you can dislike Jurgen Klopp. I don't think he's arrogant. He's lovely. It's best to be late for your own funeral. But you were here before me, so your timekeeping's not too bad. But yeah, no, I do keep good time. Just technically not very clever. One day, this will all be a really professional outfit, you know, and I'll have somebody pressing the buttons and doing all that stuff. Good shout. What's in a Tony Adams pie? That's a great question. Well, Chalkers, over to you. You're our expert on all things pie. It'd be rude to put booze in it. Jurgen's teeth are just too perfect, but, you know, you've got a bit of money. Yeah, Saturday brunch time is City versus Spuds here. Good. So, oh yeah, how is Miss Brilliant? Has she? Yeah. I know. I think I'm getting a bit of a cold, but I will fight through it. Aha! The PGMOL are as corrupt as some teams are. The difference is that the team hid their mischievousness. Do we believe? What I thought was really funny was that he's claiming that at least the video of him doing his Scarface impression was a fake. And so it's gone to the video referee. It's gone to VAR. He's in trouble. Oh. Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those ones. I mean, we do live in a world of AI now where it could all be fake, but I mean, how stupid have you got to be to get? I mean, I don't know about the one I haven't actually seen the one of him doing a Scarface with a rolled up banknote, but I did see the one where he was talking about Jürgen, and it felt authentic. It felt like the sort of thing he'd say, and I don't think he should lose his job for thinking Jürgen's. He probably shouldn't be allowed to referee Liverpool matches, but Jürgen's not in charge anymore anyway. So Beef and Guinness, good shout. I'm more chicken and mushroom on that one, I think. Cocaine is in and out of your system in 24 hours. I believe it's not. I really don't think that's true. I honestly don't think that's true. It could be. But do they drug test? I mean, do we need to drug test referees? What is the world coming to? Guinness. Oh, Rosie. Do you not like a drop of the Guinness, sir? How could you not like Guinness? It's the greatest drink. I love it. Anyway, there was a time in my life where I'd have 8 pints of Guinness a day. You have to really work on a body shape like mine, or Charlie Nicholas pie with a mullet edge. What's in these pies? People who disappoint chalkers. That's what's normally in the pies. Hey, you have to bring me up to speed here. What Dean did was worse for me. Dean, I'm out of the loop on that one. I think everyone else will know what you're talking about, but I don't. What did Dean do? What Dean did was worse for me. I don't know what he done. Martin. It may go out of your system in 24 hours, but it'll always be in your hair till you cut it off. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that is true. I think players get drug tested. Yes, refs should too, but that's not why we drug test people. We drug test people to make sure they're not trying to gain an unfair advantage. I mean, the ref isn't actually in competition with anyone. It's not like there's two refs. I don't care if they're high as kites. I mean, to be honest, we'll explain some of the stupid decisions. What was the David Coote stupid decision for us? There was one, wasn't there? Wasn't he the one who sent Tomiyasu off for what everyone else had done? It's like Tomiyasu had the ball for 6 seconds and he gave him a second yellow card. When he admitted he didn't make a call because it was made with his mate reffing a game. Oh, right. Yeah. Fair. No, I sort of vaguely remember that. Yeah. Referees, let's be honest with you, the best you can hope for from a referee is that you just don't talk about them. And this is a fairly big story, isn't it? I mean, how is he so... The bit in the first video where he's talking about Jurgen Klopp, where he goes, this better not go anywhere. And you go, isn't that the stupidest thing? If you don't like coffee or if you haven't tried, you're not going to like Guinness. I mean, I totally get that you're... Was Coots the guy who gave Martinelli 2 yellows? He wasn't it? Was he? If he was, then I'd have drug tested him for that. Yeah, you could see him being on the coke there. Come on, just get off the pitch! You know, it's just like an arse move. That... You know what? Like, I don't hear Arsenal fans. I don't hear us going on about conspiracies. It's been whispered and mentioned, but you can kind of see why. We do get some shocking decisions against us. We're just not very popular with referees. I think this was talked about last week, wasn't it? Or the Thursday, a couple of weeks ago. And I can't remember, like, remind me who was talking about this, but didn't we talk about this? Didn't we say that ever since Discusia, ever since Arteta came out and bitched about refereeing, that we've had nothing but shit results? And, is that fair? Possibly. Could say to Charlie Nicholas pie and it's still in his hair. In Charlie Nicholas's hair. Only Dean I know is Dean Martin or Gaffney. Dean Gaffney. Go on. I thought that Oliver gave Martinelli's 2 yellows. Someone look that up. Zanzi Barbarian, you can't be asking questions. You know everything. You're our go-to. I referenced you the other day because I was like, Zanzi Barbarian would know this. Coots Inner Circle / friends have absolutely ruined him. Some friends they are. Yeah, you can't feel good about yourself and release that. You know you're ruining his career. Should he be ruining his career? That's a phrase that we all say almost every time. Yes, Zanzi, you're right. So Oliver's a shit ref. I think we can all agree on that. Michael Oliver. A1, mind you, he's a redacted under YouTube rules. What does that mean? I'm praying for Eden. Oh, we've got 10 likes. Get in. Do you know that on Tuesday we've got 15 likes? And not too bad. It's not too bad at all. If we could, like, we're only an hour. We're not even an hour in, and we've got 10. Is there no end to what we can achieve together? Referee Michael Oliver gave Arsenal Gabriel Martinelli 2 yellow cards in a single sequence of play during a match against Wolverhampton. It's still never seen it happen before or since. When people say, "Oh, you know, it's a letter of the law," makes my fists itch. They say these things, and you go, "Well, how comes it's never happened before? How is it even possible that you can commit a foul which surely stops the game?" Yeah, yellow card. If you're going to stop the game, give someone a yellow card. You can't play advantage and then give them 2 yellow cards. Because in theory, you could give someone 3 yellow cards. Then what? It's stupid. I think everyone's already subbed. But if you haven't smashed the like yet, I think you must have done, because we've got more likes than normal. But, Rosie, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for always reminding people to do that. What was Gaffney up to? Arsenal fans said something was off with these refs. Gary O'Neill spoke. No one listens until footage appears. The truth will always come out eventually. You cannot hide the light of the truth indefinitely. I know Julie the cat, Gaffney, from Mighty Ducks 2. I don't think I've seen Mighty Ducks 2. I think I've seen the first one. You're still deciding whether to sub or not. Costs nothing. You know, costs nothing. As if you haven't subbed. So no one's, like I do remember enjoying the first Mighty Ducks. Isn't that Emilio Estevez, isn't it? Am I thinking of the wrong? It's the ice hockey one, right? So we all decided that that the video was real. 3 good reasons to subscribe. Yeah, I don't know. The first good reason to subscribe is so that you always know when I'm running late. Coach Bombay for the win. Yeah, ice hockey. Cake eaters. Cake eaters. Is that because they eat puck? I don't know. I do know that you saying that has made me want to eat some cake. And I am still full from a lovely fajita dinner. In today's world of CCTV and mobile phones with cameras, nothing is kept hidden. Almost nothing. Almost nothing, Zanzibar Barbarian. I keep plenty of things hidden. It's true. I mean, like, listen, you know, behind all this is a man whose life is in turmoil. What's the Sandlot? I've never heard of it. You're always educating me on stuff I've never heard of. A second reason to subscribe, so you can keep expanding my horizons. We've entered the age of 007. Yes, well, not before time. I don't know why I'm suddenly thinking which Arsenal player would have made the best 007. Not Martin Keown. Social. Oh, it's a baseball movie. The only baseball movie I've watched, I think, is could you count Moneyball's a baseball movie? I love that film. There we go. Social, thank you. Engaging host, mature topics and conversation, great people in the chat. Yes, modesty does not permit me agreeing with. Sometimes I do hear your voice in that Scottish accent, and James Bond is pish. Yes, I said it. It's, you know what? I got told off a couple of days ago for saying that my favourite Bond film was Moonraker because it's. I was told it was it's silly. I was like, yeah. You can't criticise a Bond film for being silly. Heartbroken, Mr. Drax. Take a giant leap for mankind. Roger Moore, Listen, I know. I can almost hear Rosie now saying there's only. So does that mean you don't even like Sean Connery? Yeah, smush money, penny. Come on. I thought all Scottish people like Sean Connery, even though he is a terrible or was a misogynist. Just saying. Now, dear. Exactly. I actually imagine, I imagine there's Chalkers and Zanzibarbarian in smoking jackets, in tuxedos, in white tuxedos. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen the Time to Die one. I really like Daniel Craig as James Bond. They are silly films, though, aren't they? I mean, certainly Live and Let Die. Sorry. There's some silly Octopussy. Oh, here we go. You're going to say something. Oh, Rosie, what's made you like? What's made you a bit bitter about films? Come on, Star Wars. Star Wars is not pish. Star Wars is not pish. Get in the sea. Star Trek, the films, James Bond. I'm not a super fan, but I do like them. Austin Powers, I enjoyed. Lord of the Rings, by the way, you and I are 100% in agreement. I hated those films. I like the first one. I went to see Two Towers in the cinema, and it's the worst nonsense, garbage crap. Harry Potter's never seen. I've seen that. I think one of them. It's not my cup of tea, is it? But Zanzibarbarian, I'm surprised. That's the one. That's the one. You'd like Star Wars? Come on, I'll fight you on it. No one's fighting you, Rosie. We're all a tiny bit, and I think correctly, afeard of you. Wait a second now. I've taken as much as I can take off you. Are you drunk? Is that what's happening? I know you don't drink, but it feels like you might have had a cake that's been laced with something. Have you been smoking one of Jose's cigarettes? You can't honestly think Game of Thrones is pish. Is there anything you don't think is pish? Are you an Ugly Betty fan? Is it Desperate Housewives? Is that your bag? Come on, man. Game of Thrones is brilliant. Game of Thrones is destination viewing. Anthony's here. Way, Rosie, I disagree. No, well, Harry Potter is shit, but the rest are good. I agree with you. Do I? Hang on. Star Wars. Saw. I've only seen a couple of them. Star Trek movies are pretty bleak. Austin Powers, great. Yeah, Harry Potter I haven't seen. Aha. I can recommend loads of great. Well, go on then. I'm Alfin Bond. I think that's supposed to say puffing, but like you're too high to see the keyboard probably. Some hash after dinner, listening along. It's the best way, man. It's the best way. That's the best way to engage with us here. I knew it. I was right. Anyway, big up, Razor. Big up yourself, Anthony. What was that thing you were asking Luca about? Crest sandwiches as well. That went right over my head. I watched the very first Star Wars, first saw original Star Trek on TV. Harry Potter's naff. Minions are great. Harry Potter, like, not to get into it, but it's basically a reworking of Star Wars anyway, isn't it? You're an Arsenal fan. You have questionable taste. You pick your fights well, don't you, Rosie? An Arsenal fan here in our midst at the Adams Arms. Have a word. Haben Sie einen Worden. Better put this along the bottom. It's this email address for anyone who wants to jump on. Anyone who's feeling like they want to be on. I hope it goes out saying all of you are always welcome. We can have, I think it's up to 10 people on screen at once. Not that I've gotten close to that. We had 3 the other day. That was pretty exciting. That was exciting for me anyway. The only downside of what I really enjoyed Tuesday with Ryan and Luke, the only downside was I couldn't get through the comments. So I saw a lot of the comments going up and missed them all. Planet of the Apes is pish. Would you like Planet of the Apes better if they all had Scottish accents? See you, human prick you. Does he really? Luca eats watercress sandwiches before he goes to the gym. He said he's bulking with watercress sandwiches. I could see that go. That could take a while. That could take a while. Oi, Rosie, I'll fight you as the Greeks did 2,000 years ago, oiled and naked. That isn't a frightening idea. Yeah, I think we're on the same page. You don't have to be high to find that funny, Zandy Barbarian. Hash, though. BX Gunner 81. Hash. Been a long time. Can't you get some of that real sticky, icky? I did hear Rangers managers might be getting sacked. Par for the course if you're a Rangers manager, isn't it? You'll lose. I think you will. I think I've seen some of your footwear, and unless you are interested in the pain of a stiletto to the sack, I would make your peace. But you did say you were going to recommend some films, and you haven't. So get on with that. Come on, let's hear what you do like. Yeah, it's okay. That makes sense. It's a backup. It's always a backup. It's good. You know, it's not your go-to, but it's in the background if needs be. Is it legal in? And not to try and drop you in it, but is it legal in your state? But I'll be smiling. Yeah, I'm worried you would be. I do. I've stopped smoking again. I had a little interlude. Off of Arsenal, but I'm kind of disappointed Vardy has ages and isn't as prolific. When did he score the first game of the season? Who did Leicester play with? Vardy scored. They need a striker more than we do, and I'm not trying to introduce that conversation. I don't think we're signing a striker in a transfer window. I don't think we're going to sign anyone big, but the rumours and speculation are out there. Me either. Do you know what? Me either. It's never been, but it just, in England, like, no one cares. I mean, you know, so especially if you're from North London, I mean, it's like, it's ubiquitous. Yeah. That's a good one. Vardy's wife has scored more than him this season. It was Tottenham, wasn't it? Tottenham open day of the season. It was 1-1. That's right. They went a goal down, didn't they? And Vardy scored. Yeah, absolutely. Harry Black and the Tiger. Don't know it. I know it not. I did see some good films. I have my memory after years of enjoying the illegal cannabis, my memory is not what it should be. But I did see some good films this weekend. I saw some dreadful ones as well. When I left New York in 2017, they legalized it in 2020. I missed the boat there. It's pleasant when I go to visit. I tell you what was pleasant, Thailand. Last time I was there, it's legal. And they do a bloody good job of selling it everywhere. And as somebody who doesn't really drink that much, it was really nice, you know. Just a mellow vibe in Thailand. And nice to smoke a spliff and not be worried about being executed or spend the rest of your life in a Thai prison, which I don't think I'd do that well. A quiz on Rangers. Rosie doesn't talk about Rangers very much. Is Miss Molina ill then? Legal Thai stick is crazy. Man, it was quite inspiring. I mean, it's not cheap. I'll give them that. They're making a fair bit out of it. I mean, a small, you know, like it's not cheap, but everything else is cheap. So, yeah, Thailand, love it. Green Book, yes. Oh, I saw that. I saw The Debaters. That was the film I saw. When Harry Met Sally. Green Book is a great. Hey, I was literally just saying, it's Miss Melina Real. Hey, great to see you. Hope you're feeling better. Green Book, When Harry Met Sally, The First Wife Club. I don't think I've seen that one. That sounds terribly chick flicky. The Bridges of Madison. Yeah, you do like a chick flick. Great to see you, Miss Melina. And you're getting some love now. Yo, Mel! It's an old 1958 film about a man eating tiger. I was at home, probably 14 or 15. It was nighttime and thundering outside. I was in the lounge watching it with the door closed and my dog next to me. Never heard of it. I don't really ever find films scary. I did like The Fog. I thought was brilliant. But not scary. Look at I love you're getting, Miss Melina. Look at this. The cough syrup I've been taking has been as useless as filth thrown outside the PEP system. Well done for turning your annoying and irritating illness into a perfect Man City analogy. Look at this. I love it when someone turns up and everyone's sending them love. Big up indeed. How are you, hon? I hope you had a wonderful birthday celebrations. 21 today. Hi, the Zanzibar Barbarian. You have been missed and asked about you last episode. And this episode, till he turned up, we're absolutely thrilled. We need a Zanzibar Barbarian torch, like a bat signal. I hope you're well. How are you? Evening. What a great turnout. Can I say thank you all? Thursday nights are nights I look forward to for the good company here. And Tuesday was brilliant. Tuesday, lots of good debate. I did watch a bit of it back, and I have realised that look, I did do too much of the talking. I had two very good guests on in Ryan and Luca, and I kind of should have shut up more. So maybe next time. Jordan LFC in the house. Welcome. I'm currently watching Dan Brown's The Last Symbol TV series based on a Da Vinci Code character. It's pretty good. Dan Brown, right? So I read the Da Vinci Code, and it's Pulp Fiction at its finest. It is page-turning, short chapters full of cliffhangers, and I really enjoyed it. Then I read another one and realized that Dan Brown's not an author. He's like a computer program, isn't he? You just randomly select different names, and it's the same thing, but just so some terrible writing, actually, when you think about it. I'm good, Miss Melina. Thank you. Hope you beat Forest, but it's going to be a hard game. I don't think it is. Anthony, I don't think it's going to be a hard game. I know you're a bit of an Arteta out as well, though, aren't you? Do feel free to join me one of these shows, and we can talk it over. Anthony's film taste was as bad as the ref's decision when Arsenal played City. God, they were bad decisions. Hey, Mel says, Jordan, hey, how's it going? Listen, I don't know anything about hosting a YouTube channel. Am I supposed to be putting your comments to each other on here? Does it help? It also helps if we watch back because and anyway. Hi, Jordan, bro. I'm good, Rosie. The Rats and the Lair. Don't know any of those. Yes, Arsenal ladies won 1-0, and Arsenal ladies going really well. And that was something I did talk to Ryan about because obviously he I need to get more into the women's game, but it just doesn't seem like there's enough hours in a day, right? Rosie, I went to the doctor today and got antibiotics. Nothing was helping my cough. I hope it cures it up. Jose, you're so right. I like listen, I don't always agree with Kyle in terms of football, and he's been a bit angry again. You know, we've got to get everyone who's angry about football on here and just go, it's all right. It's okay. We're not that bad. But he is absolutely brilliant value talking about films. He knows films inside out. Nowadays, I find myself watching film. Kyle, if you happen to be watching this post-event, or if you're live and you just haven't piped up yet, Kyle, whenever I watch a film now, I always think, I wonder what Kyle thought of this film. I love talking films. I like my taste of film, Rosie, there. Good lol. He likes Star Wars, Star Trek, James Bond, Austin Powers, saw Lord of the Rings. You just cut and pasted that from before. Big win today for the ladies, absolutely. Although I don't know if Juve are that good, so I. But brilliant to see sellout crowds for the Arsenal ladies. We are. Ryan was telling me all about it the other night. Oh, did he? James Herbert wrote The Fog. I didn't even know it was a book. Great film, though. Great film. Dan, that was a great show the other night with Luke and Ryan. Really loved it. The only thing I would say is I did watch a bit of it back, and I need to shut up when I've got guests on. I'm learning. I will put a pin in. I will mute myself for 20 minutes because I felt they were both brilliant, and it was so nice to have Luca on, because I did watch that video. I did put it on, and it was all very shouty, and I don't get it. I still don't understand how people get this angry about us at the moment. And we're not Rangers. I like Star Wars, but not Lord of the Rings. I never got into Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I really like. There's an animated film from the early 80s or late 70s, which is perfect length, pretty much. I did read The Lord of the Rings, but I got halfway through and just thought, all they seem to do is travel from one tavern to the other. Like, I don't care. Make me care. Anthony was a real nerd, lol. I believe that. That's one word from. Oi, keep it kind. Carl Walsh, good lad. I like it when he goes off on one. He's just. I don't because he's not. I don't think of him that way. He's mad passionate about Arsenal. I mean, if you think how long it takes him to get to a match, he's got a 50-minute drive to the airport, etc., etc. And listen, we've had really good conversations. He doesn't think Arteta's the one. I can't sit here and say Arteta's definitely going to win us the league. It's been frustrating. It has been disappointing. But you can't really hate Arteta for what he's done for the club, can you? Rocky Rambo and no. Slow down, Rosie. That's a load of nonsense. Rocky. It's not how hard you hit, it's how hard you can get hit and keep coming up. That's what life on YouTube is, I'm telling you. And the Rocky films are amazing. And Mad Max, I love the latest films. I haven't watched Furiosa yet, but we definitely need Kyle. Someone reach out to Kyle, because we need him on the show now. Yes, James Herbert wrote the book, The Fog, but the book was better than the film, and the film was good. I love the film. I thought the film's really, really good. Who directed it? Yeah. Whenever someone... No, I always think Jamie Lee Curtis. I always think of Fish Called Wanda and Trading Places. I just love her. I think she's absolutely brilliant. Hysterically plays both of those films absolutely brilliantly. Melina and Rosie. Right. Hey, no out talk. Can we just get to proper football weekend before all that? Where does the Bridget Jones diary rank for you, Rosie? Renée Zellweger ranks highly, but fight scene in it must be the first Bridget Jones. I can't believe I've seen this. Stop saying everything is pish. Don't like films. Films are pish. Oh, did anyone else? I got sent. Someone, a friend at work, sent me a really funny thing. Going for his next fight, he's going to throw George Foreman down the stairs. Just thought, yeah. I mean, I honestly thought Tyson would? I know he's 58, 59. But I still thought we'd knock him all over the place. This Jake Paul fella, I think we're all going to have to start admitting he can throw a punch. He's not. I mean, I didn't watch it. I haven't watched a boxing match in ages. I always liked boxing, but I don't know who's who anymore. Trading Places is one of the best movies ever made, no question. Oh yeah, 48 Hours is a great film. 40 Hours is a great film. It's all rigged. Is this another refereeing conspiracy? Oh, right. You're talking about I thought you meant the films. I was like, what? Sorry. Yeah, you know what? Like, is it though? Is it just a man nearly 60 years old is probably, even if he is one of the hardest hitters when he was a young man, can you really leave boxing for 3 decades, come back and be, I don't know. I don't know. Cool Runnings was good with John Candy. He was all right. Yeah, if you want a great John Candy film, it's Trains, Planes and Automobiles. Absolutely love that film. Brewster's Millions, brilliant film. See No Evil, Hear No Evil. How funny is that, Rosie? I came like a whisker away from watching that on Sunday, looking through films. It's on Prime, and watched the trailer for it. I remember loving it, but I don't think it's aged well. Cool Running is one of my all-time favorites. Is it? I don't think it's that good. I liked it, but another cracker, Jose. Yep. Brewster's Millions is brilliant. Sankara, You Dead Man. Yeah, so we agree on that. Cold, I'm freezing my Rastafarian days off. Anyone seen? Okay. Right. So I couldn't watch. I watched it on a plane, but that Paddington film that I watched, I think it's Paddington 2 or Paddington 1, I couldn't get past the ridiculous, the awful depiction of London in that, where, it's just awful. But I watched Mark Commode, a film critic I admire every bit as much as Carl Walsh. And he said it was quite good. He said it was really good. Paddington, I'm not going to get dragged to see that. Jake Paul's 31 years younger than Tyson. If Paul fought a proper boxer and not someone who's going to fall down, Paul would get destroyed. Tyson Fury would kill him. Yeah, but Tyson Fury would kill anyone. He is, maybe 3 people in the world that wouldn't. I get it, but Jake Paul's not an actual boxer. This is the thing that's remarkable to me, that he hasn't actually been battered yet by anyone. And look, of course, Tyson Fury would. It's not a fair fight, is it? That one. Is that the end of Jake Paul? I mean, who has he got to fight next? Is he going to take on? What was the other one? Someone said. I can't remember the other person they said. He was going to take on Jimmy Carter, who's 100 years old. That's his next fight. I have to give him some credit. I don't know if it's rigged or not. I get the accusation that the entertainment business is rigged. It's all nonsense. I believe it probably is. Lucky Egg. Yeah, good question. New Dune series is out. Nah, not for me. I liked the film. I thought cinematography was amazing, but come on. Anthony Sanka's Lucky Egg. Don't know what that means. Paddington Bear, only nerds watch that. Nerds and kids, right? And I don't get it. Cool Runnings quote. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. It's rigged and scripted. Then why? Well, actually, no. I was about to ask a super question. If it's rigged, why didn't Tyson win? And I suppose Tyson's not coming out of retirement to fight anyone else, is he? So Jake Paul does need to carry on going. What if you're right, Jose? What if you're right? Let's assume you're right, and I can absolutely say I have no idea. I'm happy to be right or wrong on this one. What if it's just gone a bit like wrestling? Like the goodies win, the bad. I mean, Jake Paul, I suppose, nominally is the goodie in the matchup against Tyson, but how funny would it have been? We'd know it wasn't rigged if he'd bitten his ear off. How about I draw a line down the middle of your head and make it look like a butt? Is that from Cool Runnings? Have you seen how much money they made? Paul made 40 million Tyson. Yeah, but it doesn't pay for anything these days. I mean, 20 million is nothing nowadays. I mean, there's hardly anything you can do with 20 million nowadays. It's really not a lot of money. I mean, well, I know it's only one night's work, but I'll spend that quickly. I'm a big nerd, but with a ton of attitude. I don't think any of you are nerds. I still think of nerds as Revenge of the Nerds. Dan, can you tell us any stories from your professional gambling days? Any good stories? Do you know what? I'd have to think about it. Not the lifestyle was good. I'm not gonna lie. It is wonderful making your own hours, getting out of bed if you feel like it. I had 5 days at a single table, but overall, no. I mean, not any stories that are fit to air. Perhaps I'll give that some thought. I don't know how many times I've said to Zach in the past, you need to simmer down to a dull roar. Your attitude is up here. Bring it down. I'm not getting these references. Are these all from Cool Runnings? Because Gambler's a good movie. If you want the best poker movies, obviously the Rounders is probably up there. There aren't really any good. I mean, Casino Royale's poker scene is absolutely dreadful. Cincinnati Kid, you're good, but while I'm around you, never be number one. Silly films, really. Some of the characters I met in Vegas and Atlantic City, and some of the friends I made are wonderful, wonderful people. Nerds and geeks get muddled up. Most people rag on the wrong ones. It should be geeks to banter. Geeks used to be the word that people gave the carnival folk who used to bite the heads off live animals. That's right. Everyone's favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movie. Good question. What did I really like Leo. I watched Django Unchained. Thoughts on Django Unchained? I thought he was brilliant in that. I thought he was really good in that. I like Wolf of Wall Street. I've had the pleasure of meeting Jordan Belfort. Maverick with Mel Gibson. Maverick. Don't know that one. Is that a Leo film, is it? I like the darts at Ali Pali. Did you go to the darts? Do you know, my old flat used to be 15 minutes walk from Alexandra Palace. Beautiful views from up there. Gibson is bitch. Yeah. Liquor in the front, poker in the rear. There's more than one sign in New York bars I've seen. Gangs of New York and Django, Rosie. Yeah, Gangs of New York is a shit film, but you do have to watch it for Daniel Day-Lewis because he is something else. My friend Chris took me to the Ali Pali. It's incredible views up there. Saw the Shitspur. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, you can. The Shitspur Stadium. It's beautiful up there, and they've got wild deer, and it's a really beautiful part of. It's a beautiful view of London. Not quite as good as Hampstead. I don't know if you made it to Hampstead Kite Hill. I had a bet on the football. I did a selection list 10. Well, you and Rosie are going to have some things to talk about here. I had a bet on football. I did a selection list, 10 teams in total, put £3. I needed Man City to win the Champions League. Aguero first season, he missed a penalty, drew 2, lost out on £250. No. £3 bet, 250,000. Bloody hell. Anthony, I don't think I'd recover from that. That might have been my last bet. Bloody hell. So literally, you were a penalty miss away from £250,000. What would you have spent it on? I know what I'd have spent it on. Actually, I have no idea what I'd spent it on. It's just nothing I want, really. Bloody hell, though. That's mental. Well done for getting that close. I mean, no cigar or anything, but You'd put £6 on it each way. You might have made a pretty penny. I've seen Gangs of New York. Well done. It was quite a big film. Don't say it. Don't say it. I can feel you saying that was push. If Chelsea had scored a goal against, I'd have won £900. Yeah. 250. Yeah. Actually, really good question, Rosie. You obviously couldn't cash that out, right? Because if you were that guy who's like, I've put £3 on this, I'm not cashing out for 100 grand. I'm going to hold on for the 250. You obviously couldn't cash that out. Darts against Eric Bristow, John Lowe, Bob Anderson, and Bobby George. Oh, Bobby George. That's a proper cockney. Yeah. My favourite thing about the darts was the comment when Eric Bristow won the World Championship. And he said, Alexander the Great was 26 when he conquered the world. Eric Bristow's only 25. It's just so... Gotta love a commentator that comes up with something like that. Rosie, won your bet the other night when Canada played, didn't it? I'm guessing you would have spent it on, I don't know, shoes? Some shoes. You definitely would have spent some on shoes. Buy a house and flip it. I don't get it. Why'd you do that? I don't know why you'd do that. Just buy a house and live in it. I would definitely buy the missus a Winnebago. A travel van. Yeah, sick. What were you? Can't have been you. Yeah, you weren't in the bookies when that. Yeah, because imagine, you don't need to be in the bookies. Yeah, but I mean, money's just money. Money's boring. The drinks are free here at the Adams Arms. You don't need money. You don't need money. I mean, listen. I know how hard you work. So fair enough if it means you can just chill. I don't think £250,000 would make too much of a difference to me at the moment. I'm pretty set. What am I saying? I wouldn't turn it down, obviously. Yeah, Christmas. Zach's Christmas in the kitchen. Oh yeah, you did mention kitchen. Isn't it a floor you wanted, wasn't it? God, 250 grand. Can you imagine though? Off a £3 bet. God. Yeah. Oh, we can't talk shoes because I only wear trainers. Gutted for you, man. Absolutely gutted. Imagine 250 grand's a lot to... Do you, Anthony? Send us a link. West Ham fans are always good crack, aren't they? You guys are you're tycoons in the making. 250 grand goes straight into a property. I'd probably buy land. I do you know what I'd love? I've never been to Scotland, but I do quite like the idea of owning a bit of forested area in Scotland, as long as the midges aren't too bad. Early Doors TV. Is that what it's called? Early Doors TV. I'm sorry, I should know this, and I didn't. Let me have a quick look. Early Doors TV. Oh, no, that's something else. TV. Well, someone send a link. Oh, is that like a TV? So is that a comedy show, is it? I thought you were saying that's... You did win £300 on Scottish football the other week. I know nothing about... Oh, is it all one word? Oh, that's why. I will immediately subscribe, of course. Costs nothing. No, can't find it. Why am I not finding that? Someone actually stick a link in there, please. I've tried all. I'm a techno wally. I can't be all one word. Anthony, stick a link in there. Anyone watching post event, how are we doing as well? Let's have a look. How are we getting on for likes? Are we still on 10? Can anyone who hasn't clicked like yet just click the old like? It changes lives, you know. It makes all the difference. Oh, 13 likes. Oh, you're all good. You're all good. We're all good. We're doing much better than I thought. Very good. Very well done. Absolutely love it. We do this. Do you know it's really mad every week? Why can't people stick links in? All right, tell you what. See the Dan Gooner channel at gmail.com. Why can't? Is that a thing? No one can stick links in. Is that real? I've got my eye on Seaside Property. It's 25k. I'd rip it out and refurbish it myself. Seaside Property, yeah, definitely. I would love that. I do too, Miss Molina. I honestly do. And, you know, yeah, I've got to be up early in the morning, but I wouldn't miss it. Early Doors TV. So what at Early Doors? Why am I sticking that in? So can someone just... Okay, well, I just put that in and I didn't find it. All Early Doors TV, all one word. I've got... Wait a second. Have I just found it? Sunday Night Takeaway. Ah, yeah, I think I've just found it. Well, excellent. So it's not the name of the channel, it's the name of the actual... All right. Okay, well, that's sorted that out. But anything like that, if you guys... I can post links, can't I? Listen, I am the publican here at the Adams Arms, but I do not pretend that I understand this YouTube malarkey, you know. Hot Fuzz, Man United fan, and Anti do a takeaway show on Sunday night, discuss everything football. I'll be glued. I will watch that. And Mod Rosie, she's excellent at posting. How do you do that? I would more than happily do that. How do I do that? How do I do? Does anyone know how I do that? No idea how to do that. But yeah, absolutely. Well, let's go to settings. Guests. General. I have no idea how to mod all of this. I mean, not virtual. I just found virtual background, but no. Audio. General layouts. I will work it out. Now, there's no end to what's possible. Early Doors Football TV. Early Doors Football TV. Is that what Early Doors Football TV. Early. Listen to me. I'm slow. Early Doors. So if anybody, but if anyone wants me, if I can pop these links, you know, to channels, Rosie's, Miss Molina's, Anthony, all your stuff. Obviously, I want us to watch each other and support each other. That's kind of the whole point, isn't it? You know, let's have a look. Mr. Arsenal podcast, Luca Talks Ball. We're on the Sunday Night Takeaway, but our show as well is the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'll give anything a watch. Oh, right, okay. Oh, is that what you do? Oh, Miss Molina, thank you. I should ask, do you want... No. It just gives me 3 options. Delete, comment, put user... I'm obviously being a bit simple, aren't I? Dan, you click the 3 dots beside a person's name. Well, when I click that, it just says delete, comment, put user in timeout. Where we call it a YouTube community. You can't put outside links in Zandy. I didn't know that. I did not see. I didn't know any of this stuff. Well, I'm more than happy to. I can do it though, right? I can put links in. Certainly put them in the comments. 3 dots beside someone's name. Miss Melina, like I'm on StreamYard. Does that? Maybe I should come off StreamYard. I am paying for it though, so I kind of feel like I should use StreamYard. But I could just do this through the YouTube live stream jiggy thingy. No, Dan. I know you didn't mean it like that, but it was like it's almost exasperated with me, and I don't blame you. I am exasperating. You can go on normal YouTube right now while you are still live. Yeah, and do what? What? I know, right? I am. Listen, I'm not quite a pensioner. I'm still working, but you know, ain't nothing wrong with being old. Let me tell you, I didn't get where I am today by being young. I know you're a pensioner, Rosie. So I found out they were not happy at all, and I was talking about was tuna fishing in the UK in the mid 1930s. So it wasn't anything naughty. That does sound a little bit, dare I say, it's anti-barbarian. That's not really particularly raunchy, is it? Go to your channel page on normal YouTube. Then go to this live stream and click the 3 dots beside the person's name they can add as a moderator. Right, I'm doing that right now. Do you know what? While I do this, because I know because I'm not going to be able to do this and speak. So for a moment, don't say I don't do anything for you. The jukebox is going on. Let's give me something dance pop. Is that too raunchy? Have some acoustic cinema. Right, so I'm going to my channel, which I can find. So, okay. Oh, I see. I think I see. Oh yeah, look at that. Add as a moderator. Rosie, are you okay to be added as a moderator? Rosie, would you mind being a moderator? It would be a huge honour to have you as a moderator. I am on Instagram. I never go on there though. But there is a Gooner channel Instagram. Discord channel. I have got a WhatsApp channel. We could start a WhatsApp channel. Wigwam, be right back. What the bloody hell is this music log? It's shit's music. It's free on StreamYard. They give you a selection of like 8. Say no more. It's gone. So yes, thank you, Rosie. I am adding you as a moderator. Moderators, are you ready? You will go on my official whistle. Add managing moderator, can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live, and also can review and remove chat messages. Standard or managing? I'm making you a managing moderator. If you don't want to be, you can. I think you must have a right to opt out, surely. Well, hopefully that will improve things no end. I don't mind, Dan. I know, right? Miss May, this is the good stuff. It's Taverns tunes, exactly. If Jose comes back in, he'll think he's having. Listen, the stuff I listen to is not as bad as that. Not as bad as that. That's lovely music, that. How can you not love it? You people don't know good music. Yes, I have gone to Yorkshire. Do you know what? Like, there isn't a great selection of tunes on here, but it is all free. And those of you who were here, which I think most of you, when I was doing, when I set up the intros for you, you get copyright strikes. Thank you, Dan. No, thank you. Some Shire 200 years ago. When I was a boy. Last time Tottenham won something. Thank you. I'm here all week. Try the veal. Well done. Thank you, Miss Melina. I've chosen not to feel patronized by that because I don't think you meant it that way. I think I achieved something tonight. I think I was able to add a moderator. I didn't even know that was a thing. Honestly did not know that was a thing. I'm so glad I've been able to do that. Should everyone be a moderator? Can everyone just be a moderator? Does it help? Is there any, what's going on? What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it actually mean? Can someone explain to me now that we have a moderator? Has anything fundamentally changed? Oh yeah, because you can put wicked. Well, that's why we did it. Wonderful stuff. I'm the first one to click that. How do you click it though? Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Football Dad's Army. I've seen you on that. Lee and I used to do shows together. He was on the other night. He was on here the other night. I haven't been on Leash. I haven't been on Football Dad. He hasn't invited me on in like years, but he was the person who showed me how to do live streams. Always grateful. Miss Melina, brilliant. This is really good. I've been meaning to do this for ages. Thank you. So now we can all Zanzi Barbarian 572. Arteta's. I know. I thought you might have done one already. Do we think he's going to give Zinchenko another? Is Zinchenko never going to play again? Is what I'm kind of saying. No, I'm probably not live tomorrow night. Not for the not for the press conference. I'll probably cover it on Saturday. Why are you live? Let me know. Please do let me know. I mean, unless people want me to be, I'm going to watch it. I could go on for half hour or so. It's during the afternoon, isn't it? I've got tomorrow. I've got a whole day of Zoom interviews. I'm hiring for a position at work, and I'm looking at these. It's interviews, isn't it? But I'm kind of looking forward to meeting some of the people. But if it's during the afternoon, I don't think I'd be able to. 16! We got to 16. Listen, I was going to say, I didn't want to put any pressure on. How did we get to 16? You guys are amazing. Thank you. 16 just means that more people get to see it, doesn't it? That's all it means. This is brilliant. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. I am now subscribing to all of you. We're having a subscribe-a-thon. Just let me know if you don't want me subscribing, of course. Isn't that me? What's the point of that? We're all on that one. You've gone crazy. Don't put the link to this one. People have already subscribed. Although these lives, I need to do more videos. I enjoy the live so much more than making the videos these days, but I do have to make videos because people don't really subscribe from these. I think it's the same. You guys already know. You've already. I like Iron Blue. Is that any good? No, it's not any good. It's terrible. I should make a playlist. I absolutely should make a playlist. There are so many things that I should do to promote this channel and yet don't do. No, I am monetized, Miss Melina. I am monetized. I just turned it off because, to be honest with you, it's such a small amount of money. And I did for a bit. I think I had it on for a bit, and then the plan is to monetize. It was the adverts. I just didn't want any adverts on there. But then we get to 10,000. I tell you when I'm planning to do all that, subscribe, but what do you call it? The subscriptions. What do people membership, beg your pardon. Like when I'll do that. when there's lots of people in the chat, and then I'll give you guys free memberships, and you won't have, and then you don't have to do super. I'm not expecting anyone to donate a super chat. The angry Scotsman, they're all angry. Anthony, they're all angry. Did they really do Iron Brew in a glass bottle? Sugar for sweetness. I'm sure I've had Iron Brew made in Scotland from Gardners. But yeah. No, there will be one day there will be super chats. One day there will be memberships. One day, but I just don't. Not there yet. Not me, please. They still do. I had it a fortnight ago. Did I really? Or was it just a really old bottle? Just like, I'm sure if there's one thing I would stake my reputation, such as it is on, is that Iron Brew does not have an expiry date. The Angels Share, never seen it. We'll watch it. I like. Is that what? Do you know how many times I've seen that little spanner symbol in chats and thought, what the hell is that? That's brilliant. This is so. I wish I'd thought of this sooner. Thanks for helping me figure this out, Miss Melina, and thank you, Rosie, for absolutely outstanding work in the moderating there. What else do moderators do? Control the first hour live. What is that? Social joins. I am subscribed. Brilliant stuff. Loving it. I know, right? There's a YouTuber in the USA who just opens Kinder eggs and stuff. Kinder eggs are not legal in the United States because you're not allowed to sell things with a free toy. One of my favorite facts. All you see is her hands in the Kinder egg. She had over 9 billion views, so she's probably on a VPN. Who knows? One day this channel may well be yes, free Mr. Frosty machines and endless high fives. Indeed. Moderators can control the chat from toxicity, help promote your channel, and also ban people or time out. Yes, good. I have done that. I have banned people. We had a couple where, well, surely it's cheaper if they're in Scotland, no? Can I just pay in Scottish notes? Well, Anthony said. No, shut up, Anthony. Shut up. True. You have to pay them £25 a month. You can have a split of the profits. You can all have a split of the profits. Yeah, more expensive in Scotland. True. You're probably worth more. But I am just an impoverished wee bartender. I don't have any money. I do wonder if I'll ever get like a knock on, like the more north you travel, yeah. Well, it doesn't get any more north than Scotland. There's only Iceland after that, isn't it? And then it go back around the other side of the world. Whew, but it's not any warmer in Scotland than it is here. There's different. I'm bruised now. Don't think it's the same formula. Yeah, you 4p richer. I'm moving to Reykjavik. Do you know what? Yeah, you and Bjork, right? The do you know what? I think I was monetized for one live stream. I think there was one. I don't remember if I made any money on it though. But you wouldn't, would you? It's pennies. But like I said, if we get, this is not a channel which is experiencing rapid growth, but it's not really the point of it, is it? It's a hugely enjoyable undertaking. I'm subscribed. There we go. £2 per glass. Yeah. Social Jones, yeah, but they still sell the old recipe in new bottles, £2 per glass bottle. Glass bottles, are you sure? I don't remember last time I saw glass bottles. We used to get 10 pence back. Or, was it 10 pence? Am I imagining that? We used to take, maybe it was 2 pence. I am getting on a bit now. I'm calling time in 10 minutes, guys. I have to wake up super early. So we have 10 more minutes of this, and then it's Saturday. And then it's Saturday at 5:30. Zanzibar Barbarian will tell you what that is. GMT, BST, TTP, I don't know. For the half hour before the City. Do we think they're going to beat Spurs? Gingies, we call them, Dan. 10p and 20p back on your glass bottles. Yeah. But I'm sure when I was a kid, it wasn't as much as that. But we still used to... Talk about Iceland. Did anyone see the opening ceremony for the last Chinese Olympics? The Icelandic ladies looked like models. I was speechless. I do remember my mate at the time watching the opening ceremony of the Olympics in China, and I wasn't with him, but he sent me a text saying, "I for one welcome our new dragon overlords," and I thought that was one of the funniest texts I've ever received. What's Duns glass balls? What's Duns? Is that a what the hell is that? Arsenal fan circle channel will be live in a little over an hour if anyone's interested. Yeah, I was going to say actually, I sometimes put that on when this one's finished. So that's our sort of late night destination. Scottish brand glass bottles. No, I have no idea. Oh, it is another wonderful Thursday night. Thanks to you guys. I really enjoy these. I kind of not saying that I don't want more people to watch and what have you. Of course I do, you know, but these are still going to be the fun memories, aren't they? Let's say in the next couple of years or whatever, there's loads of people and, you know, there's loads of angry people telling me I'm wrong about Arsenal in the comments. I don't think that'll be better. We do start off talking about football. It feels like a proper pub, though, doesn't it? It feels like we start off talking about football and then we quote cool runnings at each other and talk about Duns glass bottles and learn how to do things. Thanks, Miss Molina. I honestly would never have figured that out. And now, at last, we can post links to each other's channels and make sure that we are all aware of each other. I'll tell you what else I'm in the middle of watching. Highly recommend is the 1988-89 season review. No spoilers, but Arsenal do quite well in that one. It's a toughened glass bottle, so you can twat more than one person over there. Because that has connotations of I don't want to use a bottle because that costs a fortune. New email. Rosie, thanks for that. Irn-Bru is up there with Vimto for me. Vimto edges it for me. 100% Zanzibar Barbarian. Yeah, Vimto. Vimto was used to add water to it, wasn't it? It was one of them. Is that a bit like Ribena, or is it just every fruit flavour thrown into one? So far, just to let you all know, Saturday, 3:00, Arsenal will take on Nottingham Forest. The silly bet, as it stands, I haven't put the bet on yet, but we are, as in order to pay for free Mr. Frosty machines for everybody, I will be betting. Not because I think it's going to happen. And I know I catch a lot of stick from Rosie all the time for basically betting against Arsenal. But it's not done us any harm so far. I'm going to be putting a bet on £5 for Nottingham Forest to beat Arsenal 3-1. Actually, someone talked me out of that. That's a bloody stupid bet, isn't it? Lucozade beats both. Lucozade always makes me think of being ill. And dilute, yep. Original, not orange. Are you doing a watch along for the game, Dan? Nah, I'm not. Not what, for the Arsenal game? Nah. I would be. I can't. Listen, I know you do them. I'll come on if you're doing one. I'll jump on that and watch that with you. I suck at watch alongs. Like I'm bad enough when it's a team I don't really give a toot about. But if it was the Arsenal, I remember. I tell you what, it was when Trossard got sent off against. That's when I sort of realised there's no point in me doing a watch along, because I watched the second half of the City game in a silent piss. I was just sort of sitting there staring at the telly going, and you don't want that in a watch along. Also, I miss all the action. Jose will know, he's been here for most of them with me. I'm looking forward to the City Tottenham game, but I think the Arsenal games I'm a little bit too shit at it, really. But are you doing the watch along, Miss Melina? I will come and watch it if you're doing a watch along. Link there. Look, we can finally get these links up. Thank you, Rosie. What are you thanking for? What was that about? Obviously, thank you, Rosie. You're great. Havertz to get back in the goal. Did you see the goal he scored against Bosnia? I mean, I think didn't Germany win 7-1 or something? But Florian Wirtz. That's yeah. Julian Nagelsmann is definitely performing some form of magic. Yeah, Lucozade used to be the drink you got when you were sick. Not flat, though. Not flat. That's cruelty. You can't make people drink that. Flat lemonade, flat... Oh, God. Oh, no. We've not won for 4 league games. We need a win, and we will win 4-0 to the Gunners. I don't mind that. Do you know what? I don't mind that. It's probably a better bet, actually. It's a slightly less silly. Shall I see which... Also, Jose, what's on at the moment? Is there good South American football on? There was on Tuesday. I just didn't get around to watching it. Social joins. Here's your link. Early doors football. That's the link that started it all. I can't wait to go back and look through those. Zanzibar Barbarian. We were allowed fizzy juice, but it had to be flat. That's just a cruel thing. Like, what? That's the level I've got to, by the way. I'm closing. Can we have your glasses, please? You've got 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm out of here prompto tonight. 3 points, or I'm selling 90% million of my kits. Have you still got those half an hour? I don't want any of that, but I'm really tempted. I know that Lee from Football Dad's Army's got a really nice 89 away kit, but that's the one I want, really. No games tonight. There's no games. Okay, well, that means I'll get an early night. Miss Melina, got your email, Hannah. I will message back. Great stream, Dan. Great stream because of you guys. Thank you so much, Rosie, and I really appreciate the moderating. I mean, I don't really think of you as a moderate. We're down to the last minute. Say all your goodbyes. Say all your things. I did wonder what you were on about 90%. What did you mean? No game. Right. Lol. Down to the last 42 seconds. Get your goodbyes in. Because I'm prompto tonight. Oldest I have is the 1991 home top. Yeah, I've got to get my hands on the 89. That blue and yellow is the best away kit. Obviously, no name on the back or anything. Lovely to see you, Anthony. I will be checking out your show. Take care, all. Drive safe. Goodbye, everybody. Catch you Saturday if I remember. What do you mean if I remember? You'll be there. Right, that's me done. This one's for Red Eye Gooner.